Hi, I'm Kate with Kate's Paper Creations. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Washington State, and I'm here just to share some projects with you today. Each week I produce 3 videos, one called Simply Beautiful, which is beautiful cards made simply. And then on Fridays I make Casing the Catalog cards, where I go to the catalog and pick out a current card that's in there and show you how it was made. And then I also do a Monday video where I just use current products to make various cards for people to see. Sometimes I also do projects, but mostly what I make are cards. So I'm glad you stopped by today. The reason you see me today instead of just my hands is because I've had my customers asking, and a few others saying, we'd like to see your face once in a while, and I don't have the equipment to do a switchback where I can go from looking at me to looking at my projects yet. I'm working on that, but so for now I'm just doing it this way. I'm going to make this and splice it into a regular presentation on my YouTube channel. So I hope you'll find me on YouTube, and that you will subscribe to my channel, and that you will share it with others, because I love what I do and I share what I love, and I have no problem at all with people copying and sharing what I share. So thanks for stopping by. Let's get to today's project. Okay, today is Current Catalog Monday, where I make projects, from the current catalog. And the current catalog I am featuring today is the new mini catalog that started on the 5th of January, goes through June. And I'm not sure what page it's on, featuring the Vine Design set, which is on page 62. Let me get that up for you so you can see it here. I was immediately drawn to these dies for this set. They're just absolutely gorgeous for backgrounds and different things, and so I was immediately drawn to that. And so I just bought the bundle, so I have the stamp set and the dies. Today's project does not use the dies. Today's project just uses the stamp set, but let me show you what I did. This is the card I'm making today. It's made with Highland Heather for the base card. It is cut 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, so it makes a side fold opening like this. Then the layer here is Whisper White, or currently now it's called Basic White. I have to think and make myself change what I'm saying. So Basic White, and it is 4 by 5 1/4, so you have that 1/8 inch border and lets that Highland Heather peek out from behind. And then I also put a piece on the inside as well. And so let me show you how I made this card. We'll just quickly do this. Here's my base card, like I said, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to burnish that fold and do that. Then we are going to, excuse me, I'm off screen for a minute. I gotta get some background paper here so that I can do some inking. And for the front of the card and for the inside of the card, these are 4 by 5 1/4, so that they will leave the border. I'm going to stamp this leaf cluster that is in the set with Versamark, and I have to clean it up first because I used it to make something else and didn't clean it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this with Versamark ink, and I need my embossing buddy because I'm going to do some heat embossing. So we'll put that anti-static stuff on here so that embossing powder doesn't stick where we don't want it. And I will ink up this, and I just have it coming down from the left corner down like that. And then I am going to also, there's a small leaf, clean that one up. that's just by itself, and I'm going to put a couple of those on there that look like they're kind of just cascading down from the larger one. And I'm also going to stamp the sentiment of thank you up in the corner, and I'm going to gold emboss all of this on the front of the card. So I get my, this is the tray I use. Stampin' Up! Sold these a long time ago and then discontinued them, but I kept mine because it's really, really handy to catch the embossing powder in. And we'll open it up. We will just shake the embossing powder over the whole thing, and I don't worry about being conservative because it all just falls into my tray where I can and there's a little tiny spot there where I got an edge. I'm going to knock that away with my brush and tap that off. Everything else looks good. Set that aside, and I will turn on my heat tool, and we'll give it just a second. You can see that I went off with this one a little bit. You know, that's okay. It just looks fine. So that's what we're going to do. I'm letting that warm up a little bit. I'm bringing in, for the background of this, Balmy Blue and Highland Heather. And I am going to be using the blending brushes, these that come from Stampin' Up! They're also in the new catalog. And I just absolutely love them. I had some blending brushes already because I really like how they leave a nice soft background. Okay, hopefully you've heard me over all that. Let's heat set this. Get my fingers away from that heat. Sometimes it gets a little warm. And you'll see me turning this a lot because it helps to see in the light. Just get to know if it's melted good or not. You get the reflection of your light, then I know. There we go. So that part is done. Now comes the part with the, I'm going to shake off any loose powder I have there. Okay, so let's do the Highland Heather first. Don't worry about that little bit of warping you see on that. It's going to get stuck down and it's not going to be a problem at all. And when I'm using these blending brushes, I ink them up pretty good. And then I kind of tap them off and I start swirling before I go into my cardstock. And that kind of helps keep from getting really bold blotches, unless that's what you're looking for, of course. And I may come back and put some more of that on. Let's get out the Balmy Blue and let's do some of that. I have something I want to share with you, if I can find my paper that tells me. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes, I want that to be just a softer, okay. Ooh, I'm liking that. I just re-inked recently, so this one's coming on kind of strong. Let's come back and add some more purple now, or some more Highland Heather. Kind of balance out that. And you know, this is totally a personal preference thing for how much color you add or don't add or whatever. It's totally up to you what you think the finished product should look like. I'm going to stop there. I like that. But anyway, I was saying that sometimes we get stuck in a rut. We have these colors that we really, really like, and we're always using them and never really getting away. We end up just keep using the same colors over and over again. And there's a site I go to if I can find my paper. Darn it, I'm not finding it right now. But there's a site you can go to where it has all the Stampin' Up! Colors in there, And you can hit this button called Surprise Me, and it'll bring up 5 colors, a combination of 5 colors. And then the challenge is to come up with a design that utilizes one or more of those colors. And it can kind of sometimes force us into thinking about using some different colors than what we typically use. And I don't know where that paper got to, but I can't find it. So I guess I'll just have to put it in the description box below, okay? Look for it there. And then you can go into that site and utilize that site. This is going to attach to the front of the card. I attached it with dimensionals, so that's what I'm going to do. I put a fair number on them, on it. Get them up into the corners a little bit. And here we go. And then putting them on here, get my card the right way. Don't you just hate it when you make a card and you get the art piece all done and you put it on and you realize your card base is upside down or something? I've never had that happen to me. Uh-oh, I think I just told a lie. Okay, so, you know, now I'm going to add that to the front, and it leaves that 1/8 inch edge all the way around with the dimensionals. And when you're inking, the ink doesn't stick to your embossing. Most of you already know that. And so that looks really good. Then for the inside of the card, I'm going to just put a single leaf on the inside of the card. And I didn't heat emboss it. I just got out my gold ink and did it with my gold ink like this. Again, gold ink isn't currently available. Just stuck my finger in some green ink. And, but it was in the past, and I just kept mine. And then this is just going to go on the inside, and it's cut a little bit smaller, just like the other. Just like this. Like that, lots of room for writing a sentiment of your own inside. And then I added some pearls, and these pastel pearls, I can't imagine that you wouldn't want to run out and get them immediately. They are just absolutely beautiful pearls in 3 different colors, and I'm going to use this one right here and just put a couple of those on there just for some, well, 3 I think, just for a little bit of bling. It just makes it even more special. And there is today's card, which is a current catalog card where I use current catalog products, and they all came out of the new Holiday Mini catalog. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I have a plane flying overhead. It's kind of being noisy. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I encourage you to subscribe and share. Thank you.